I feel like it could have gone a lot more smoothly. Yes, I do. I do. Now, the hood mechanic was a piece of shit, but he ain't never lost my keys and called me on the phone asking me, did I leave the keys with him? So they the feds. So he asked me where my car was parked. He went out there to look at it. You know, that's fine, whatever. They look at cars, so, whatever. And so he was looking at the tires. He, I guess, looked at the VIN number, which is also fine. So he comes back in. First things first. Okay, first, I had put in the type of car, the tires that I had, all that in online, right? And he comes back and, he's typing some stuff in, and I'm like figuring it's, just tire stuff or something. He was mumbling to himself about Malibu. And then he was like, when I put in that VIN number, it doesn't bring up the car. And then when I put in the plate number, it doesn't bring up the car information. So what the are you looking for? You could have got the car information off of the fucking car. And so now I'm like, okay, so is this a federally funded operation? Because why do I have to have a legal car to come get tires? Now I'm wondering if the guy I bought the car from did something to the VIN number, because if he put the VIN number in, that should have brought up the car. So he's like, okay, well, what kind of car is it? What's the year? Blah, blah, blah. So we go through that. And I say, okay. But right as we at the crux of the thing, about to me give him my keys and go about my day and get my tires put on without me having to stand here, a guy comes in, says something. I'm listening to Harry Potter, so I ain't really paying attention to what's going on. I'm just ready to hand my keys over and get on out of here. The guy comes in and says something, and then he's like, hold on one second. So then and then he don't even say hold on one second to me, but whatever. So he goes out to, the bay where they work on the cars, and he brings the mechanic back and basically spends like probably 5 to 7 minutes reprimanding this boy in front of the customer, I guess, to prove he means business. And so he's like, I don't know how Zane runs it at his store, but the way I run it over here, it's functionality over whatever. It's a room full of customers at this point. Why do you have to publicly humiliate somebody? Whatever ill feelings you have about him. I was already like leery. The male woman had come in. She ain't have no mask on or whatever. And I'm like, and you're going to be talking about you as a frontline worker or whatever, which I absolutely agree with. But ma'am, preventative measures could have been taken and you chose otherwise. Like, it was a woman that was in there, and I kind of think maybe she didn't have a mask on, or maybe she did, but whatever it was, she's headed out the door. I'm at the counter. There was at least between 12 and 15 feet between the counter where I was standing and the door. Why does she walk like a foot behind me? Ma'am, if you're trying to get to the door, please walk a little further away from me. And so I'm already like, I'm not happy in this place. They got the plexiglass up, but I'm like, the plexiglass is not on the sides. It ain't on the top. He got his kind of on his chin, the reprimander or whatever. So I'm already like, I don't like this. So it's a woman that's in there during the reprimand. She's in there with 2 kids. She's in the doorway with her kids, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're in the way. And then she holds the door for me. Don't hold the door for me, ma'am. You and your kids, please get 6 feet that way so I can get out the door. And I said, no, that's okay. I'll just go out this other door, because I didn't want to walk any closer than I had to. But of course, that door was locked. In the store, my phone rings. It's with a number out here. And I was like, oh, are they done with my tires already? They were like, hi, miss. Yes. Did you leave your keys here? Yes. Well, the mechanic says that the keys aren't with the order, sir. So I was like, I gave it to the guy at the front desk, and he put it in a little plastic container with the order, and that's the last that I saw of them. And he was like, well, okay, all right. And I'm sitting here like, first off, I've been telling myself since I got this car, I need to get another set of keys, right? And this is all I need is for them to not be able to find my keys. So the feds done confiscated my car, apparently. This is really weird for them to take my little 2005 anything. But like, I couldn't believe him. Like, when he asked me, did I leave my keys? I almost didn't answer. I'm like, what you mean? Of course I left my keys. Say I ain't got the keys, y'all ain't got them. What we gonna do? All I'm gonna do is get mad. I'm not going in here getting all mad over some keys that I don't have. Like, that's them, honestly. Like, if I get back up here and they ain't got my keys, they gonna have to replace the locks on my and change the mother ignition. I don't know what to tell them. Y'all lost them, not me. You better run that tape back. The thing is I saw him. He's like, all right, I'll just get the keys from you after he done reprimanded this dude. I gave him the keys, and then he's like, all right, we'll give you a call. And then he looked at my phone number, and I wonder, is it when he pulled the paper up, it slid all the way down? But you think they would check that before they would call the customer and alarm them. I said, okay, you guys will call me when it's done. And he was like, yep, we will. Is it this number we have here? Oh, the number that y'all got from online? The same place where I put my car information? Is that the number you're talking about? Yes, that is the number. Thank you. And then the guy, as we getting off the phone, because really, how else can you get off the phone? He's like, all right, well, we'll get it done. And I'm like, it don't sound like you will. How? You ain't got no keys. Like, and I'm like, look, whatever tape y'all got running, y'all video cameras to make sure people's cars ain't stolen for y'all parking lot, run it back. Did you leave your keys? Get off my damn phone. If you ain't tore that mother up from top to bottom, don't call me. If you have not looked in every nook of that motherfucking establishment, don't call me about no fucking keys that I left there. Especially the sole set of keys that I have to my vehicle. Because I be like, you was supposed to have them in the first place. So, you want a fucking cookie? Can you get to my tires now? Or is that something else I gotta wait on? Is that another service? It's a catch-22. You know, because I would be mad if they called me. But also, I would like to know that they have found the keys and are now working to get my vehicle, you know, wheeled and out the door.